Wake up in the stone hole. The calendar bleeds red ink because every day is a debt. Miss one mark, and they collect your soul instead of time. The bone clock screams like a dying bird. Do not look for a snooze button because sleep is just a trial run for being a cold corpse. Look out the barred window. That is not a view, it is a promise from the headman. He is saving the sharpest edge for your lucky neck. Look out the barred window. That is not a view, it is a promise from the headman. He is saving the sharpest edge for your lucky neck. Put on the tall white hat. This is not a uniform, it is a giant bullseye for royal anger. Fear is the only seasoning left. Walk down the hall of failures. These portraits show the chefs the king executed for burnt toast. You are walking through a graveyard of bad intentions. Step into the royal pit. The fire roars like a jet engine ready for takeoff. This stove is a landmine waiting for your first mistake. The royal guard slams the scroll down. A happy king tips with gold, but an angry king tips with a sharp axe. Speed is your life. Read the order for dragon stew. This dish is a test of your will to survive. One mistake means you get extinguished by the royal guard. Grab the glowing red pepper. It vibrates in your hand like a thermal detonator with a stem. Drop it, and the kitchen becomes a smoking crater. Put on the bomb disposal suit. This pepper has more killing power than a state army. Treat the spice with more respect than your own mother. Use the metal tongs to pinch the skin. The pepper explodes in a puff of toxic smoke. If you were slower, they would scrape you off. Carry the vibrating spice to the block. Your knife is a claymore sword. You do not julienne the vegetables, you execute them with extreme precision. Chop the pepper with the speed of a machine gun. Precision is the only currency that buys life. One mistake means you are already dead today. Watch the crowned rats scurry across the counter. The king's spies are everywhere. Even the vermin in this castle have more rank than you do. Dump the fire into the bubbling cauldron. The liquid turns toxic green and glows like a broken reactor. Without radiation, the king will find it bland. Check the clock as it ticks to 0. Time is your actual pulse counting down. Each tick is a footstep closer to the gallows outside. Stir the pot with a wooden oar. The rising heat melts your eyebrows. You are not sweating water. You are sweating pure fear into your boots. Watch the drop of sweat wobble on your nose. This contamination risk is treason against the royal family. One salty drop means the gallows for you. Blow the sweat drop away from the pot. You save the dish with a desperate reflex. Your heart hammers against your ribs like a trapped animal. The door bursts open as the messenger screams. Loud noises in this castle always mean someone is about to lose a head. Run or die now. Nod frantically and point to the pot. Never argue with a man holding a sword. Arguments take time, and you spent your last second yesterday. Grab the heavy sack of flour. You trip over the crowned rat and send the powder flying. Gravity just signed your death warrant in white dust. Perform a ninja roll and catch the flying sack. Use the adrenaline to move faster than humanly possible. You are an acrobat playing for your life. Pour the flour and crack the egg. Enter a flow state where every movement is perfect. Panic is a luxury you cannot afford when serving royalty. Whisk the mixture until your arm is a blur. Create enough friction to make the physics engine glitch. Fail, and the king uses your bones instead. Slam the iron oven door shut. You have finished the prep, but the clock is still screaming. You just bought 5 seconds of stolen oxygen today. Look at the figure dropping from the ceiling. The guild sent an assassin to sabotage your work. Shadows have teeth and they want your failure. Check the reflection in the shiny ladle. See the poison bottle in the killer's hand. Total paranoia is the only thing keeping you alive today. Swing the frying pan like a mace. The clang of metal against a skull is the most honest sound. The assassin flies out the window. Watch the bottle of instant death roll across the floor. It is just another seasoning in the royal pantry. You are surrounded by 100 deaths. Kick the bottle under the cabinet. No one gets a medal for stopping a murder. You only get credit for serving a meal that works. Open the oven and let the light blind you. The bread glows like the halo you almost earned today. This miracle is made of pure desperation. Slice the warm bread and listen to the crunch. That sound is the only applause you will ever get. Steam rises like a kitchen ghost. Ladle the green dragon stew into a golden bowl. Plating is politics and you are trying to win an election. Failure means a permanent exit. Watch the royal taster walk in with a bib. He is the canary in the coal mine. If his heart stops, yours is next today. He lifts a spoon while you bite your nails. Your lungs are on a permanent strike. One clump of flour and you find a noose. The taster frowns and stops chewing. Your stomach hits the basement. Prepare to die because the silence in this room is screaming for your blood. The taster gives a thumbs up and belches fire. He likes the burn of the radioactive pepper. You survive the pre-game, now for the boss. The bell rings for official service. Pack the tray and move because relief is weakness. Every second you linger makes the king more dangerous today. Kick the kitchen doors open. You must fake the confidence of a god to survive. If you look scared, the guards will smell your blood. Walk down the red carpet in the Great Hall. The guards are not there to protect the king. They are there to stop your escape. Look down and see the shoelaces untied. This rookie mistake could end your career. The universe loves a comedy and you are the lead. Step on the lace and feel your balance vanish. The tray tips as your life flashes before your eyes. It is mostly peeling potatoes now. Perform a mid-air somersault and catch the tray. Spin and land on your feet without spilling a drop. You are a gymnast with a death. Arrive at the table where the king sits. He is a beast with knives in his fists. His patience is thinner than your soup today. Place the bowl down slowly. Your hands tremble so much the green liquid ripples. Silence is the only form of respect that keeps you alive. Watch the king sniff the food like a predator. He can smell the fear on your skin like cheap cologne. Do not blink or die. The king points at the bowl and then at you. Try the dish first to check for poison. You are trapped by the oldest trick. Hesitate as you remember the crowned rat. Think about the sweat and the bottle of instant death. You might be eating your last meal today. Take a spoonful and swallow the panic. Force a fake smile as the liquid burns your throat. If you die, make it look graceful. Stand still as 5 seconds of torture pass. Your heart does not stop, so give a thumbs up. Bluff successful, the reaper has to wait. The king drinks the stew like a wild animal. Green soup flies everywhere as he gorges himself. Manners are for peasants and he is trash. The king slams the bowl down. He looks furious as he stares at your shivering frame. Here comes the sentence that decides if you live. Close your eyes as tears form. You are mentally already in the basket under the blade. The weight of your life feels ready to disappear. The king breaks into a massive smile and claps. Confetti falls as the guards cheer. The mood swings in this palace will give you whiplash. A servant dumps a sack of gold on your head. Success in this world hurts almost as much as failure. You are buried in currency. Pop your head out and bite a coin. It is real metal that tastes like freedom. You survived the impossible and your pockets are full. Drag the heavy sack of gold back to the kitchen. Leave a trail of gold dust on the carpet. The treasure is heavy as terror. Lock the kitchen door and collapse. You are totally exhausted, but you are still breathing. You beat the odds, but the house wants a rematch. Pick up the red marker and circle the next day. This is one more day of survival. Every circle is a scar on your memory. Listen to the sudden ding of the dumbwaiter. A new scroll sits on the shelf. The kitchen never sleeps, and the king is a pit. Pick up the scroll and feel your hands shake. The game is not over. It just leveled up to hell. You are a victim of success. Read the words for a midnight snack requested by the throne. His stomach is a black hole that swallows chefs. This shift is a graveyard. Catch vampire bat wings fresh from the sky. You are not a chef anymore. You are a hunter. Fail, and you are the next meal. Look at the moonlit sky filled with flying shadows. The bats are out for blood and you are the menu. They never mentioned this part. Open the weapon cabinet and grab the garlic. Weaponize the pantry to survive the next hour. Put on your gear and dance with the devil. Climb out the window and balance on the ledge. The drop below is darker than the king's heart. Vertigo is for people who plan on falling. Watch a giant bat with glowing red eyes dive. It is twice as hungry for a kill. This is more meat for the stew today. Swing the net with every bit of strength left. This is where the legend truly begins or ends. Click the subscribe button before the bat lands. If you want a part 2, help the chef survive. Hit the bell or the guard follows.